Alright, welcome back to Ayoba TV. Like, comment, then you share for me. And someone else so away my Ghana ha and me DB ebedum a CFO. Na ene da ya me no ka say de eye Agyapa ene Sammy Gyamfi and I just say omo akrashi a just say enya fedi agro ewo eye show ne so aye to mame to ewo ho ni na efa eye petition a just say eye NDC phobi etwa koma Jojo Mani Mahama say omunyi eye chief justice in first so na ebusia eye update as that say a just say eguso a trendy na ebi na medibi eredom yanko na yanko tie nsemi bi enwa
suggested some incriminatory act on the part of the CJ that he now refers to as based on the petition without the benefit of the response would have been believed by many people out there in the public domain. He made scathing allegations. The response deals with all those matters succinctly. Now he says that the Chief Justice admitted that she committed an infraction. Like, seriously? Has he read the document? Look, this is the response by the Chief Justice. It says paragraph 9A. It says what? Exhibit DO2 is the policy on foreign travels by head of the judiciary and the Superior Court judges. Paragraph A9 provides that, quote, the Chief Justice shall undertake unlimited official travels with either his or her spouse or other person of his or her choice in a year, fully funded by the Judicial Service. Paragraph 9A10 provides that, quote, where the Chief Justice is accompanied by the spouse or other person, he or she shall travel on the same class of air tickets as the Chief Justice and shall be paid the equivalent of half the per diem paid to the Chief Justice. This is policy, oh. I'm coming.
It says official, though.
You say?
It says official travel.
Yes.
According to Sammy Gyamfi, she's accused of going on a private trip.
Let me read a response.
A holiday.
This has been the policy of the Judicial Service since 2010, as amended in 2019. Exhibit DO4 is a response to audit observation provided by Judicial Secretary to auditors who saw the clarification of the expenditure on the ticket purchased for my husband and my daughter during my 2 holidays in 2023. On page 1 of Exhibit DO2, the Judicial Secretary clarified that as Chief Justice, I opted to utilize the authorization in paragraph 9 and paragraph 10 of the travel policy to travel with my spouse and my daughter during my 2 holidays taken in September 2023, pursuant to the conditions of the appointment of the Chief Justice. In view of this option, there was no infraction occasioned when I opted to travel for my 2 holidays with my spouse on one occasion and my daughter on the second occasion. The response to observation 1 and response to observation 2 of Exhibit DO4 provide explanation on expenditure on tickets for my husband and daughter that petitioner has unfortunately described as misapplication or misappropriation of public funds by the Chief Justice.
So she is saying that she opted to use the provision for official trips for a personal trip. Does she have the
She is entitled to 2 unlimited official travels and 2 vacations, right? That's what the policy say. It's all in there.
I didn't hear you read in the policy that she can use that privilege on personal trips. I only heard you say official travel.
So the point I'm making is that the CJ on official travels, unlimited, and 2 vacations that the Judicial Service also put. No, it's in the document.
Can you read the part where it says 2 vacations? You have 2 minutes. 1 minute, actually.
Yeah, sure.
Just the part where it says that it applies to vacations or personal trips. Is it?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I can bet my last point on this that Agyapa Besa will not find what you told him to just look for. For avoidance of doubt, I want to read to you the relevant portions of the travel policy of the Judicial Council. And this is paragraph B2. It says, where the Chief Justice embarks on a personal or private foreign travel, he or she shall be accompanied by the security alone. The security alone, if it is a private trip. If it is an official trip, she can go with 2 other persons of her choosing. And it can be a spouse and a child. Now, let's look at the response of the Chief Justice.
So, Sammy, go ahead.
He says, I'm reading the response and the admission. Says the Agyapa Mesa is refusing to see. These are the words of the Chief Justice. I opted to utilize the authorization in paragraph 9 and paragraph 10 of the travel policy. What does paragraph 9 and paragraph 10 of the travel policy say? It is the privileges she has to travel with 2 people of her choosing on official travels. Now she says that she utilized paragraph 9 and paragraph 10 of the travel policy to travel with my spouse and my daughter during my 2 holidays taken in September 2023. Need I say more? The 2 holidays were those holidays official trips? Oh, call vacation. What has that got to do with the state coffers? If you are sending your husband and your daughter on a vacation for holidays, why should we pay them per diem? Why should we buy them business class tickets? And you, Agyapa Mesa, you are defending this. Take your time and read the travel policy. Take your time. If you don't have a copy, I'm forwarding a copy to you now. Check your inbox and read it.
It's 10 o'clock.
Let's not defend the indispensable because of politics.
Mr. Mesa, have you found the relevant part you wanted to read?
So, paragraph B1 provides for 2 holidays for the Chief Justice in a year. Okay, with the judicial service, with travel expenses, hotel accommodation, and per diem to be borne by the judicial service, and capped at 14 days per round trip. So I'm saying that the Chief Justice is entitled to 2 holidays paid for by the judicial service every year.
But does it
and
say
she's
that
saying no?
She can
So I don't have the
travel
full
with her
complement of the
spouse
document. And she provides the
and another person
the policy on travel documents by heads, okay, and says that she opted to do. But you see, Koyo, does it make sense? Okay, and I say this with a little bit of caution because I have not seen the full complement of the travel policy of the judicial service. It is only the extras that have been provided in the responses that I've seen. But I ask, does it make sense that if you are going on private travel, you can go with a security alone? Security. But if you are going on official travel, you can go with your spouse and any third party of your choice.
Well, whether it makes sense or
No,
not,
so it's important.
That is what
no,
has
hold
been
on,
quoted.
hold on. No, hold